CV64 is a pretty good game. What? Like, that's like saying, like, yeah, the stick figure drawing's pretty good because a toddler made it. What? It's still a stick figure drawing. Nah, you guys are fucking on some shit. Hold on. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Screen shots. Let's take a look. What? Where's my mouse? There it is. Damn it. Really? Like, I know it's not the highest resolution screenshot, but really? Like, what about this is not just, like, bland and generic looking? Everything looks bland and generic. Like, I don't... Like, the models themselves are just... They're just and then, like, the shading on the character is... And not only that, it's like seeing screenshots is one thing, but seeing the game actually in motion. Seeing the game actually in motion, though, is when the game gets, like, fucking ugly. In my opinion. What? You're just music. Give me the playthrough. 100% walkthrough, sure. Some random spot. Oh, perfect! The best area in the entire game. It looks so great. Wow, I could totally see what's going on the screen right now. This is actually good artwork. Wow, it looks amazing. Isn't this fantastic? Wow. Dude, look at the model. Look at it. It's just like, oh, the cell shading, but the cell shading only fits the actual, like, I don't know, man. It's just not cohesive. It's just not good. It's just not good. It's just not good. O4 Vete 99 Catfish. Welcome. Maybe I played too much on shovelware, but I don't think it's bad. You said it was good. I didn't say for you to say that it's not bad, because I said at the beginning, if you think it's serviceable, I would still disagree with you, but that's a much more fine stance. But if you think it's actually good, I do think it's good. You're smoking crack. It's bad. Point to one thing that looks good. Point to it. What looks good here? What do you think looks good here? Point to it. I want to see it. What's the thing that looks good? Tell me. Fire graphics are nice. These fire graphics are nice. You mean everything that's just an orange glow? This is nice. On the boss? The issue is you can't even fucking see them. How are you supposed to see them when the entire area is just fucking bloom in orange? You see the problem here. You can't even see the fire. God, it's so bad. How are you supposed to tell anything that's fucking going on? It's okay to be wrong. It's okay. You're just wrong. And that's okay. Like, why are all the walls oily? True! Why are they oily, bro? Why is there oils on the walls? I don't get it. None of this is muddy, bro. You're just lying. You're just lying. You're literally lying. They're not going to go 2D for the Roten sequel. They will not, no. They've already committed to making all the models in 3D, so they're going to stick to this 3D style. We've pulled it up many a times before, but the Kickstarter page is still up. We can see the concept art. The concept art looks way better. Look at this shit. It actually looks decent. It looks like it's actually stylized in some regard. Because you could still make this in fucking Unity if you wanted to. You just would have to use, like, 2D assets instead of 3D assets. You'd have to pay people to make 2D assets instead of paying them to make 3D assets. And not everything had to just be a flat 2D asset as well. That's the other thing. They just didn't want it. They just didn't want to. They didn't want to spend the money on it. So they went for the cheaper option, and it looks cheap. Oh, how's Dragon Clips doing, by the way? We still chilling at 4... Oh, shit! I haven't updated in a while. We're past 850. Let's go. Now that we've ranted about fucking Bloodstained, is it still leading the poll? Yes. But, hey, Tactics is getting up there. I'd be so down to play Tactics. I really don't want to fucking play Bloodstained. I put it on there as a joke at this point. I mean, I'll play Bloodstained, but my eyes are going to be bleeding the whole time. Then why put it there? Because I just had faith. I had faith that people had good taste in this stream. It looks cheap because of the Switch port. So you admit it looks cheap. DS randomizer is cursed. Yeah, but it's fun. There also should have been 2,000 stretch goals. Yeah, well, they milked the stretch goal money as much as they could. In this case, I'm going to say cheap and good are not synonymous here, so no. Curse of Darkness over Bloodstained, they're different games. They're just so different. I don't think comparing Curse of Darkness to Bloodstained makes sense. If you're saying, like, the art style, yeah, even Curse of Darkness looks better than Bloodstained, for sure. At least it's not Mighty level number 9 levels of cheap. It's pretty similar, in my opinion. Yeah, if you're saying artwork, yeah. Curse of Darkness looks better, for sure. Yeah, I will say Ritual of the Night is playable. It's a playable game, and it's serviceable, and it's fine, but... If you think the artwork looks good, I can't disagree with a human being on anything more fundamentally than that. Like, I don't know. It's like trying to argue a flat earther at that point, because it's like you're just obviously purposefully ignorant, or you're just missing some really big signs. Because everybody else agrees that the game looks like shit. I don't know, man. Well, them getting it on the Switch is because they wanted more money. It's obvious. The Switch is a massive user base, and especially at the time, Switch was, well, to be fair, at the time it was the Wii U port, because it was pre-Switch, because the game was worked on for fucking 7 years. And still isn't finished, by the way. The game's not finished, by the way. The game's not done. They never finished the game. So was the Vita. Oops, true. Yeah, they dropped the Vita, they dropped the Wii U port, moved it to Switch. Switch is just a fucking pain in the ass to port for. It's one of the reasons why everybody and their grandmother, when they're porting stuff to Switch, is like, it's actually a cloud edition. Even though they could technically port some of those games if they wanted to, it's just not worth the effort. So they're like, it's actually, we're doing Kingdom Hearts Cloud Edition. Roden isn't finished? Yeah, Roden is still missing many features that were promised. And the game's been out for like 5 years, and it was in development for like 7 years. That's not true. The game's been out for like 4 years, and the game was in development for like 5 years. Something like that. It's been nearly 10 years since the announcement of the game, and it's still not finished. The updates are free? Yeah. But not all of them are planning to be free. I'm pretty sure they plan on putting in paid DLC into Ritual of the Night 1 at some point, while still working on Ritual of the Night 2. Yeah, it's getting co-op soon. Yeah, that's the biggest copium I've ever fucking heard. I'm sure it's very soon. No, the game was maybe not as big of a fucking disaster as Mighty Number 9, but, like, it's still a disaster. And if you accept the game for what it is and enjoy it for what it is, that's fine. I'm not going to take that away from you.
Tribute. You steal men's souls and make them your
Best streak I've ever had. Thank you, Dishonest. Like, I liked playing through the game once. I thought my first playthrough was fine. I had a lot of fun. The thing is looking at the game gives me a headache because it looks like dog shit. A lot of it is just the animations are cheap, and just clunky. The mechanics are also really janky. And don't get me wrong, janky mechanics are fine for the most part, but I don't know. Did Eagle lose his touch? I would argue that the issue with Bloodstained was its fucking stretch goal creep. They had to meet so many stretch goals, so they had to fucking fill the game with a bunch of content that they probably should have never put in the first place. Where if they just focused on a more focused product, creating a product that had a clear, definite beginning and end, it would have been fine. Did Inti publish the game? Or something? I thought Inti only published Curse of the Moon. I thought Igarashi was self-publishing. Yeah, I don't think Inti had anything to do with Ritual of the Night at all. Cool ideas, but poorly executed. The thing is yeah. Also, the invert mechanic is like a funny haha, like, oh my god, the castle gets flipped upside down. Haha, remember when they did that in Soten? Which is cute, but like actually using it as a game mechanic to traverse the world is so fucking annoying. Invert! Invert! Oh shit, I missed my... Okay, I have to do it. Invert! Over and over and over again. Inti Create was pretty much there every step of the way for the planning lore design, if I remember correctly. Then how come their game turned out good and Ritual of the Night ended up bad? What? I don't... Isn't that weird? Because the Inti Creates one doesn't look like dog shit. Are you saying that they made a good game to make the other game look worse on purpose? Like, what are you implying that Inti Creates did to Ritual of the Night other than make a different game that looked better? I just don't see a world where you can defend the art style of the game at all. I can't believe it. Even... You want to know how I know the art style is bad? Is because even freaking Igarashi in the team was like, yeah, the art style is bad. We're going to fix it. And by fixing it, they just added fucking stroke lines on the outside of everything. And maybe increased some, like background elements. Increased the resolution on background elements, and that's it. Like, it was the same models, it was the same art style, the same art direction. They didn't fully switch to pixel art after everybody complained about the 3D graphics. They just made the fucking character outlines bigger, and they increased the resolution of some areas. And that's it. They were like, yeah, we know the models look bad. We're going to fix them. And then didn't fix them. And then released the game. They made designs for simplicity and not designed to transition well from 2D to 3D. Yeah, their simplicity looks like dog shit, though. Yeah, this is just straight up copium. This is hard copium, and this is actually a intervention for you, Fran. Your copium addiction is out of control when it comes to Bloodstained. Oh god. That was slow. Yeah, the game was just mismanaged. The game was mismanaged, and the art style suffered most heavily out of everything because of it. Surprised there aren't more Soten Igarashi clones out there. It's because all of the games that start off as Soten clones turn into Dark Souls clones instead. I'm joking, by the way. Castlevania as an influence is no longer big enough, I think, to influence the next generation of game makers. And instead, Dark Souls 1 took over as, like, the main Metroidvania inspiration for, like, the last 5 years. So all NDA Metroidvanias were like, but Dark Souls is, oh, so fucking good. So they just made a bunch of Dark Souls games. It doesn't help that Castlevania, specifically the Igarashi style of Castlevania, has strayed so far from its roots. And then the resurrection that we got of this style of gameplay from Igarashi himself was honestly pretty mid. I don't know. And Hollow Knight? Hollow Knight is just Dark Souls and Metroid. It has nothing to do with Castlevania. There's literally zero Castlevania DNA inside of Hollow Knight. It's literally just Dark Souls Metroid. There's no Castlevania DNA whatsoever. Outside of a bestiary existing, maybe. That's like the only thing that's like Castlevania related that's inside of Hollow Knight. And that's kind of a stretch. God, I hate this game. How much time am I losing here? Probably a ton. That helps a little bit.
I'm interested in this.
Farewell for now.
Straight up drinking, maybe bad combat? What are you talking about? Castlevania games, specifically post-Soten, have really good combat systems. What the fuck? What? Fran, how could you be so wrong about so many things? What? Disagree? I can't believe you. Portrait of Ruin combat is bad? No, you're bad at Portrait of Ruin combat. What do you mean Portrait of Ruin combat's bad? If you're not taking advantage of the partner system, yeah, Portrait of Ruin combat feels bad. But it's a fucking... The partner system is what makes the combat interesting. It's actually a theme in the entirety of the fucking game, and it fits with the game's theme. What? The whole point is you switch back and forth between your characters. Charlotte as a whole just feels bad. You're using Charlotte wrong, you idiot! It's your fault! Oh my god. And Portrait of Ruin's not even my favorite Castlevania by far. If you wanted to argue that Portrait of Ruin had bad bosses, I'd be like, hey, let's talk about the bad bosses in Portrait of Ruin. But you said the combat was bad because of Charlotte? No, I'm tired of people having wrong opinions on my stream. It's my stream, goddammit. Whatever. This run fucking sucks. Yeah, there's not even a giant enemy crab. True. I don't like Charlotte's gameplay. Why? She's the fucking mage and the support. That's the whole... If you're trying to use her as the DPS, you're gonna feel fucking stupid. Yeah. And later on, she gets really overpowered spells anyway, so then you can use her for DPS. Even later on, the whole point is you use Jonathan to kill things and to move around, and she's the support. She's the support. Oh my god, I couldn't play video games with you. I couldn't. They fill distinct roles. That's the whole point of the fucking game. If you just wanted two Jonathans fucking sucking each other off, like, just play a different game. Personal capability. He's a... Oh my god, dude. I can't fucking believe it. The idea is to make fucking the gameplay distinct between them because they're two different fucking characters and you use them in conjunction. The idea isn't that you just use one or you just use the other. You have to use them both. That's the whole point of the fucking game. The whole point of the fucking game is that you control two characters at the fucking same time. And for you to be like, yeah, one of these characters feels incomplete unless you use it with the other character. That's the whole point of the game! Saying one half feels incomplete is because that half of the character is incomplete because you're supposed to use them both. They are both the whole, that's the thing you control. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ, you are so dumb. You can not like the way Charlotte plays, that's fine. But that doesn't mean the combat's bad. That means you don't like the idea of having to control two characters. But as it turns out, controlling two characters makes the combat way more in-depth than any of the other fucking Castlevania games. It has the most in-depth combat out of all of them. Holy fuck!
There is something funny about this.
You could have chose any other game to say that the combat was bad, and you'd have way, way better of an argument here. But as it turns out, you're just wrong about so many things. It's insane. Now I know that your opinions are just wrong, and I can just start ignoring them. Like, holy fuck.
There is something funny about this wall.
Charlotte is worse than Jonathan to play with. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You are using a false dichotomy here. You're like, either I play as Charlotte or I play as Jonathan. And I want to play as Charlotte, but she's worse than Jonathan. No, you play as both! They are both your controlled characters! Hi there, Captain Ranch. Welcome. Welcome to the stream where I just scream at Fran because she's wrong about everything. I can't be this mad and do this. This room is too difficult to do while I'm this mad. You guys really want me to upload this to YouTube just because I was screaming? I mean.